Let's talk about Clayton Kershaw becoming official today. The Dodgers make it official, 1 year deal, and we'll go back to this screen. $7.5 million with some performance and mainly games appearance escalators, which is good, which is fine. I love this deal for Clayton. He did speak to reporters today, which is something he hates. He absolutely hates. He did reveal, though, that he could be back sooner than expected. So before we get into that, just touch on the contract real quick. Is there anything that seems like, what is the max he can get then?
That's 18.5.
Yeah. Better math than I would have got. That's some.
I did the same thing earlier though. I was like, okay, 7.5. What do the escalators get him to? Because we had seen in the past that he likes, or that they give him like a 1 for 20, 1 for 22, like somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to see if this got him close. So yeah, 1 for 18.5 if he meets all of his all of that.
All of those appearance escalators.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's a chance. There's honestly a real bona fide legitimate chance he could, because what he said today, it sounds like he's going to be back sooner than we all expected. So we're going to hear from Clayton right here. I got a clip from the Sportsnet LA. We'll hear from him, and then we'll come back and react and share our thoughts about it before moving on. But here is Clayton Kershaw making his first appearance. Well, probably not. But anyways, first appearance on the All Dodgers podcast.
I mean, honestly, the foot surgery has been hard. It's not a fun surgery. There's been it's just not an easy process. Like, walking's been hard and all that stuff, but finally started to turn the corner a few weeks ago, and being able to throw and all those things, and it feels actually like it hasn't felt this way in a while, so that's good. And the knee's been fine, so I think really within the last month, I kind of knew that it was going to turn the corner at some point.
Have you been on like crutches or a boot during the offseason?
Yeah, I was crutches for 4 weeks, boot for 4 weeks. So I'm like on week 14 now. So about 5 or 6 weeks of walking and learning how to walk. And I ran here for the first time. So it's just a lot of small steps. But throwing feels good. So that's good.
Where are you at?
Throwing progression at this point? Is it like long toss? Yeah. Probably pens at some point next month would be my guess. My goal is, go on the 60-day, obviously, but hopefully right around when the 60-day time's up, that I'll be getting close to being back.
I do want to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy, friends, here at the channel. It is the easiest place to play all of your fantasy sports, and it's now proudly helping support us here at the All Dodgers podcast. And if you, like me, like to make some picks on fantasy sports, have a little bit of fun while watching the game, Underdog Fantasy offers a unique approach to fantasy sports with a simple pick'em style format, so it's easy for all idiots of all shapes and sizes and creeds. I will say I'm looking forward to playing this game once baseball is really here. We talked about it on Monday. I think we might find a way to make a Discord group project where we pick our MLB full regular season picks and have some fun with that. But either way, we'll talk about that later. I want to tell you how it works. You pick higher or lower on between 2 and 8 players, and you can win up to 325 times your entry. That says 100x is 325x if you use our promo code All Dodgers. Click the link in the description. It automatically puts the link in for you. If you click it, it really helps out the channel as well, because Underdog Fantasy only sticks around and helps us out if you guys are clicking on these links, of course. New users do get a free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash, which is just as good as money. They'll match it. I think it's up to like 50% or something like that, whatever it is. But yeah, that's what we could be betting on. What is Shohei, or what we can be picking on, whatever. I don't know. There's certain words I'm not supposed to say, but that's what we can do. We can talk about Shohei. We can talk about Mookie, all that kind of stuff. Sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com today. Download the app, or just click the link in the description below, as I said, and use that promo code All Dodgers to get that free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Thank you for hearing me out, and let's get back into the show. There's the big one there at the end. Right around the end of that 60-day stint is when he expects to be back, and that's not what we were hearing early in the offseason. That's not what we've even been preaching throughout the course of the offseason, expecting him to kind of maybe need a few months. Maybe he be a second half pitcher. This was something we even talked about, Alana and I talked about on Dodgers territory today as well. Maybe June, maybe July, maybe August, but now we're looking Well, June is probably fair, like on the the early mid-ish side or whatever. Give him a couple of weeks here or there, maybe mid to late June, which is still solid, but throws a wrinkle in for the Dodgers for sure, who are already going to have so much starting pitching depth. What do you think of this whole thing?
I think the sooner he's available, the better. He's in a position where even if he comes back, like if he's healthy, like ready to go as soon as possible, I don't think they would necessarily make him wait, but they could and just say, hey, just get your feet back under you a little bit, more. This is not
get the foot.
Right? Get the foot. This is not something he's ever had to do before. The shoulder surgery was his first major surgery, and then it all kind of came crumbling down like a house of cards. He had the knee surgery, then he had foot surgery. So this is a lot to kind of piece back together in one offseason. So he could, theoretically, they could, push him back to make sure that he's like when he's right, he's ready. But if I'm being honest, if he thinks he'll be back after that 60-day stint or soon afterwards, I believe him. This organization chews through pitchers, and it's sad. But, it's every year we do this. It's spring training. Oh, my God, look at the pitching depth. And then in the middle of May, we're like, oh, my God, we don't have any pitchers left.
Yeah.
So, I almost guarantee that at the point at which he's ready, we're going to be saying, oh, reinforcements are on the way. Clayton Kershaw's close to coming back.
Yeah, there's a fair chance. And, you wonder, it's like in a perfect world, absolute perfect world, everybody's healthy. And by that point, maybe Dustin May is sort of the odd man out. Maybe Tony Gonsolin, because you got to figure by that point as well. Shohei Ohtani is back, which should, in theory, give D May the boot. I mean, at some point, we've said it a number of times, it's a great problem to have, but at some point, this is going to become a real, issue for the Dodgers. Maybe that even happens before the end of spring training as well. Maybe the wheeling and dealing isn't done, and we do see, Andrew Friedman and company potentially ship off some dudes. Highly unlikely then, because you can make trades at any point, before the trade deadline and all that, but still, I'm happy to see Kershaw on the bump as soon as we can. I'm happy he's feeling good. I'm sure there will be some setbacks mixed in there because, I like that the knee feels good. He says the knee feels good. That foot thing is weird. And if that's something, like the organization said out of nowhere, that's been bugging him for a couple of years, something Dave said, I was like, why the fuck didn't you fix that over the last couple of years? Maybe if it was bothering him, maybe it was more invasive than we all thought. And that's what happened. But it doesn't seem to be too crazy. 5-6 months and potentially back and good for Kersh. Good for Kersh because we're running out of time with Clayton.